Thousands of area students get to sample the local job market. A drawing is held for parents looking to enroll their children in a pre-K program. And some downtown streets will be closed this weekend for St. Patrick's Day events. We'll have these news stories and more.
Showers and thunderstorms return to East Alabama tomorrow. We'll tell you what to expect coming up.
Coming up in sports, it's a busy night for area play in baseball. We also have soccer and softball taking place tonight. We have a preview of the games ahead as EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
Almost 8,000 high school students from across East Alabama have been in Oxford this week to get a first-hand look at the jobs available at local businesses, governments, and industries. It's the 9th annual Worlds of Work program organized by East Alabama Works, and Director Carl Brady says the 3-day event has been a big success.
It's a hands-on event, so there are all kinds of activities. The kids get to learn about the careers that are available in the community from the people who are actually working the careers. And they get a little sample of what some of the work is. And then they learn about the education requirements, training requirements, and all of those kind of things. And they can ask questions about salary, about benefits, and all of those things that they are curious about at this age as they learn about the opportunities that are going to be available to them when they graduate.
Brady says more than 100 companies and career paths were represented at this year's World of Work, giving students a sampling of many different jobs available locally.
Well, we have industries represented in 11 different worlds of work, and it ranges from agriculture and outdoor resources, public safety that's behind me. We have modern manufacturing, we have communications, media, and marketing, transportation, distribution, and logistics. We have healthcare, we have construction, and we also have education, engineering, and technology. We have business and entrepreneurship, which is a new one we've added this year. And they're just a wide variety of careers the kids are going to get to explore.
And Brady had this example of one career opportunity that attracted a lot of attention from the students attending the World of Work.
Over in the construction world, where they're getting to use hammers and drills and hand tools and other kinds of construction equipment. And for most kids, they've probably never done this before. So it's their first opportunity to do that and to actually use the tools and see how they feel, see how they work. And then they get to decide, is this something cool or not that I'd like to look into for a future.
18 Jacksonville families learned today that their children have been accepted into one of the best childhood academic programs in the nation, Alabama's first-class pre-K program. Those names were drawn lottery style from a bowl in a session that was shared live and on Facebook by administrators at Kitty Stone Elementary School. The program is offered by schools across East Alabama and has statewide reach, but limited openings are available in each community because of funding restraints. Each year, Alabama families complete an extensive application and then wait to learn if their children have been accepted. Those who were not included in the Kitty Stone drawing today are added to a wait list. Information on the program's website touts the significance of a high-quality pre-K program, noting that children who are prepared for school when kindergarten starts are more likely to secure high-paying jobs, less likely to commit criminal offenses, and less likely to need welfare services later in life.
When we come back, the U.S. Congress has given one East Alabama city millions of dollars to begin a Riverwalk project.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Gadsden officials received word this week that they've been awarded $6.5 million from Congress to begin planning for the relocation of U.S. Highway 411, which currently runs along the banks of the Coosa River near downtown. Rerouting the busy four-lane highway is the first step in a major development plan for a Riverwalk area to attract more visitors to Gadsden. This week's funding announcement was part of a recent package passed by Congress and then signed into law by the President last week. It will go toward the project's planning, design, and construction, which will relocate a stretch of Highway 411 to create a commercial and recreational space along the riverfront. Those plans also include a new luxury hotel that could be built on the site of the current City Hall.
Gadsden officials also announced this week that work to improve the US 431 railroad crossing near the former Goodyear plant has been delayed. The project had been scheduled to begin Wednesday, but has now been postponed for a couple of days. When the work does start, the crossing will be reduced to two-lane traffic for several weeks.
And when we return, get ready to run for a good cause this weekend.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. Segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Anniston will host the annual Shamrockin' 5K color run and walk Saturday morning, and that means the closure of several downtown streets. The event will run from 8 a.m. until noon, so during those hours, 11th Street from Gurney Avenue to Moore Avenue will be closed to traffic. Also being closed is Moore Avenue from 12th Street to 10th Street.
And let's hope they have a good weekend for this walk or run.
Yes.
Of course, it's the day before St. Patrick's Day when, well, who knows what might happen.
And certainly not I. But John Holder may, at least as far as the weather goes. John joins us now in the EAN Weather Center to tell us all about the weather. John?
Mike and Katie, the weekend is looking better weather-wise across East Alabama. We'll have the complete weekend forecast next.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Well, it was the warmest day so far in 2024 across East Alabama. Everyone into the 80s today. 81 for the high this afternoon. But I'm going to tell you, folks, when the official numbers come in, we may see 82 or maybe even a record high of 83 before all is said and done. We'll see what the records show by tomorrow morning. The low this morning was 48. Both of those numbers above average for this time of year. Sun rising tomorrow morning at 6:53, sun setting this evening at 6:51. And there you see it, the record high today at 83. We are going to wind up very, very close to that, as most folks in that 81 to 82 degree range. We will see what the Weather Service says officially by tomorrow morning. The record low temperature 12, and that was again back in the aftermath of the blizzard of 93 back in 1993. Weather on your street tonight on a Thursday night doesn't get much better than this any time of the year here in East Alabama. On Sandtrap Circle and Cider Ridge in Oxford, increasing clouds late tonight. The low is only going to be 60 degrees. Throughout most of the evening hours tonight, we're going to be in the 60s and 70s. Perfect weather across East Alabama. Tomorrow, wet weather returns. We've got showers and storms on Memorial Drive in Piedmont. The high tomorrow still above average at 71 degrees. We'll have rain beginning in the morning, and that will last throughout much of the day, maybe even into tomorrow night as well. We don't think we're going to see severe weather per se, but some strong thunderstorms certainly in the forecast here in East Alabama. And looking ahead to the weekend, clearing skies, Sansom Avenue in the Alabama City area of Gadsden. We're going to be looking at temperatures in the low 70s, especially on Saturday. And we'll see a chance of rain coming in here on Sunday. That will be very light and spotty for the most part. We're going to have a pretty good weekend, especially during the day on Saturday. 7-day forecast for all of East Alabama, a 100% chance of rain tomorrow. We're taking rain completely out of the forecast for Saturday with temperatures still in the low 70s. A fine Saturday coming up. 70 degrees on Sunday, just a 1 in 3 chance of a shower. That will be early in the day, perhaps as you're heading out to church and Sunday school. We've got a cool down coming by Monday and Tuesday of next week. We're going to see high temperatures only in the upper 50s. That's below the average for the middle of March. And we're going to see nighttime lows dropping down close to freezing again by Tuesday morning. That will be the cold morning, but again, it doesn't last long. We're right back up where we should be in the mid-60s for highs by the middle part of next week, with some cool mornings across East Alabama. And pretty much after the rain that we're going to see this weekend, we have no rain whatsoever in the forecast. We do have a chance of some strong storms coming across East Alabama. Maybe not severe, but you see a large portion of the entire southeast, a swath, if you will, from the Storm Prediction Center, putting us in a marginal risk for just about all of the entire state of Alabama. This is for tomorrow, a marginal risk for severe weather. Could we have a severe thunderstorm warning or two? That is certainly possible, but as far as widespread severe weather, we just don't see that coming tomorrow. But get ready for some thunder and lightning and some gusty winds with some of these storms coming at you tomorrow. I'll be back here tomorrow morning bright and early at 6 a.m. We will have your day at a glance forecast for all of East Alabama. I'll be back here tomorrow night to detail the weekend forecast on EAN Local News. We got spring sports, a lot of games going on tonight, taking advantage of the good weather. Namath Pitts has the update for you now in sports. Namath.
Thanks, John. It's going to be a busy night tonight on the Diamond with a lot of area baseball games. So let's go ahead and take a look at the games, starting with an area game at Wellborn. Tonight, J.D. Phillips and the Wellborn Panthers, they got their first midweek win of the year this past Tuesday when they defeated Sachs to open area play with a win. These two teams now return to Wellborn tonight. This is a doubleheader depending on the second game. If Wellborn wins the second game, then they probably won't play the third. But if Wellborn loses the first game of the day, they'll play a third. Needless to say, most area games, the way it works is if a team takes the first 2 games of the series, they typically don't play the third, although sometimes they will. Needless to say, on the schedule, this is scheduled to be a doubleheader tonight at Wellborn as J.D. Phillips and the Panthers host Sachs. Also tonight, the Anniston Bulldogs are at home tonight, where they'll face the Lions of Faith Christian. This game will be right here in Anniston. Bulldogs got their second win of the season earlier this week, so the Bulldogs have already surpassed their win total from the past couple years. So the Bulldogs are looking for their third win of the season when they play at home tonight against Faith Christian. Also tonight, it's an area game between Donahoe and Sandrock. These two teams met Tuesday with Donahoe taking the win. So this is scheduled to be a doubleheader tonight at Donahoe. Again, area play in Class 2A. This is a doubleheader as Donahoe hosts Sandrock. Also tonight, it's White Plains and Lincoln playing. This is a rematch from their game earlier this season that White Plains won. This game will be at home tonight. So Blake Jennings and the White Plains Wildcats will be at home tonight as they host Lincoln in non-area play. This is also non-area play as the Ranburne Bulldogs make their return trip to Ohatchee. Ranburne won the first meeting between these two teams 11-1. They'll meet for the rematch tonight. This one will be at the Creek Bank as Ohatchee hosts Ranburne. Tonight, Zach Welch and the Alexandria Valley Cubs are back at home after coming off a tough loss at Westbrook Christian on Tuesday. Tonight, they will host a very, very good team in Class 4A, which is the Etowah Blue Devils. So Alexandria is at home tonight where they will host Etowah. Also tonight, these two teams met Tuesday in area play. Piedmont won in 5 innings. Tonight, they'll meet again. This time, it'll be at Piedmont. They played at Weaver Tuesday, at Piedmont tonight. Coach Matt Dearman's team looking to win another area series. They'll host Coach Harper and the Weaver Bearcats at home. This one is scheduled to be a doubleheader. Also tonight, the Jacksonville Golden Eagles. Coach Jamison Edwards and the Eagles will be at home tonight hosting Hoax Bluff. This is non-area play, 3A versus 4A, as the Jacksonville Golden Eagles will host Hoax Bluff. Also tonight, this is area play. Pleasant Valley and Collinsville met Tuesday. They meet again tonight at Pleasant Valley. The Raiders are at home tonight where Coach Dalton Turner's team will host Collinsville in Class 2A area play. This is scheduled to be a doubleheader. This game tonight is at Wadley. Cleveland County Class 4A team making the trip over to Wadley to face Class 1A Wadley. Again, these are two teams not too far from each other that'll meet tonight at Wadley. It'll also be a busy night for softball here in East Alabama. So let's take a look at the games for softball tonight. Let's start with the Oxford Yellow Jackets. The Oxford Yellow Jackets have area play tonight where they will play Pell City. So Oxford will travel to Pell City tonight for area play. Coach McKibben's team already got 2 wins over Gadsden City in area play. They'll look for a win over Pell City tonight. Also tonight, Walter Welborn. Coach Brenda Vinson's team will have area play tonight as they will host Rachel Smith and the Piedmont Bulldogs. I'm assuming that Savannah Smith will be in the mound for Piedmont. For Welborn, that's to be determined, but it's area play for Welborn at home as they'll host Piedmont. Also tonight, Coach Muncher and the White Plains Wildcats will have a non-area game. They'll host Class 1A Coosa Christian Conquerors at home. So Welborn's baseball and softball teams at home. White Plains baseball and softball team is at home tonight as Coach Muncher hosts Coosa Christian. Also tonight, the Sacs Wildcats softball team's also on the road, but they're going to Jacksonville to face the Jacksonville Christian Academy Thunder. This game will be at JCA tonight. It's non-area 3A versus 1A as Sacs makes the trip to JCA. Also tonight, the Weaver Bearcats have a rematch from a game they lost earlier this year. They led Hoax Bluff in the final inning before losing that game. They'll look for revenge tonight when they travel to Hoax Bluff. So Coach Fulmer and the Weaver Bearcats are on the road tonight at Hoax Bluff. Also tonight, Coach Bryant and the Pleasant Valley Raiders will make the trip to Woodland tonight to face the Bobcats. This is a little 2A versus 2A as Pleasant Valley, again, Coach Bryant's team, feels like they have the pieces to make a run at a state title. Well, tonight they get a good area test against the Woodland Bobcats. Also tonight, the Cleveland County Tigers softball team is on the road where they will head down to Clay County to face Central Clay, the Vols. Again, this is non-area 4A versus 5A as Cleveland County makes the trip to Central Clay. Just like baseball and softball, the trend continues in terms of busyness tonight. Going to be a busy night for soccer teams in East Alabama, so let's take a look at the soccer games. Let's start with the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Well, they're on the road in softball. They're at home tonight for soccer. They will host Pell City. This is area play for Oxford's soccer team. Both boys and girls will play tonight at home against Pell City. Also tonight, it's area play for Coach Chris Strott and Coach Ebony Lewis as the Weaver Bearcats are at home tonight, hosting the #1 team in 1A through 3A, which is the Donahoe Falcons. Donahoe is still undefeated on the season. This is the girls, Aaron Turley's led team right there. Senior, going to go play college soccer. The Falcons are really good. Tonight, they make the trip to Bearcat Country to face Weaver. Also tonight, the Jacksonville Golden Eagles are at home. This is area play as they host the Wildcats of White Plains. Again, this is boys and girls action that is taking place at Jacksonville High School. Tonight, area play, Glencoe and Sacs will meet at Glencoe. This is going to be both boys and girls games tonight. So the Glencoe Yellow Jackets are at home tonight for area play as they host the Sacs Wildcats. And finally, the Cleveland County Tigers are at home tonight. This is area play as well as Cleveland County, both boys and girls looking for a win tonight in area play as they'll host the Talladega Tigers, who will make the trip from Talladega. And that's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's go back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for the update, Namath, and we thank you for watching today.
You can find us here online every weekday on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or on our website. Just go to the platform of your choice and watch our news, sports, and weather content whenever it's convenient for you.
And we'll see you back here Friday for your news on your schedule.